Shorty, welcome back to the races. This is round 6?
Round 6.
Round 6 is your round 1.
Yeah.
Anaheim's usually super gnarly with nerves and everything, so is this like your Anaheim?
Yeah, for sure. This is like my Anaheim. I'm really excited. I'm nervous, and I know I'm facing a huge uphill battle. It's going to be a big challenge to hop in the middle of a series like this, but I'm excited to be back and race and understand once I finish where I do tonight. I'm not here to judge it, but I'm going to make some goals after this and try to improve each and every week.
So I always hear that, you know, like, oh, I'm coming in and other guys have been racing. But I mean, can it work both ways? Like, you're totally fresh and excited about it?
I don't think it's my advantage tonight, but as the season wears on, I think that's where my advantage will come into play because I won't have as much fatigue from traveling, emotions, nerves, all that stuff. That plays a toll on your body throughout the year. So I feel like in that aspect, that's going to be my advantage later on. Not necessarily tonight being fresh because I'm going to be battling different mental challenges. But from here on out, I think, you know, it'll be a good thing for me, especially with my age and everything. It'll keep me excited throughout the year. And I think also knowing that this is my last year, it brings a lot of excitement each and every week.
Yeah, farewell tour. So like, you're gonna do like an extra lap every race and wave to the fans?
No farewell tour for me. Maybe for myself, you know, just to enjoy the great bike atmosphere and racing in stadiums every week and being in the paddock.
I saw on your Instagram you got taken out by a dog.
Yeah.
And like, how gnarly was that on your collarbone that just healed?
Yeah, I was really fortunate when I first started training. I hit a dog and both wheels came off the ground and I just pile drove myself on my good side. Fortunately on my left side, not my right side. I think I would have fractured my collarbone and separated my shoulder again if it was the case. But I still have like road rash that hasn't fully healed. I think there's still some gravel in there and stuff on my leg. It's funny how that works, but you know, I'm just thankful to be here. It's a little bit earlier than what I thought to be racing so far, so we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I guess to clarify that, we should say you hit a dog on your road bike.
Yeah, I hit a dog on my road bike. He was hiding behind the bush as the lady was checking the mail. So, surprise sneak attack right into my front wheel, right into my spokes, and then I went flying.
Okay, so I got taken out by a dog on the mountain bike trail.
Yeah.
And the lady screamed more for her dog than to see if I was okay. Is the same case for you?
No, this wasn't even their dog. They were watching it for their sister or some story like that. So she was really apologetic, felt bad, wanted to make sure I was okay. Because I also hit my head. I had a little bit of a concussion when I had my first injury. So I was nervous about my shoulder, but also my head. You know. So I wanted to make sure I was okay before I pedaled off. In terms of my heart rate and whatnot. So I think she was looking at me and I didn't necessarily look okay. So she was pretty concerned about me, and the dog, he did the pouty walk back to the house. You know, he was walking all slow. I think he was hurting as well, obviously. But I can't believe we're talking about dogs and bicycles.
Well,
but
I mean, it's something interesting. I mean, did you?
That's life.
You wad your helmet up? I mean, you hit your head.
Yeah, no, I hit my head. And my kit. I have some friends at Envy, you know, they make the carbon components, handlebars, and I had my nice Envy kit on. I was a little bummed about that. It's all,
oh, yeah, you blew a hole in the side.
Yeah, my shorts. You know how expensive chamois shorts are for road stuff. And I cracked my shoe in half. I love Shimano shoes because they're wider. I have a fat foot. I don't know if it's fat, but it's just wide. But I cracked my sole in half.
No, the carbon sole.
Carbon sole, because my foot never came unclipped on my left side. So I was a little bummed about that because they were form fitted, the whole deal. So it was an expensive crash, actually. Dude,
crashing on a bicycle is almost gnarlier than a motorcycle because you're essentially naked with an ice chest on your head.
Yeah, yeah. And I had an ice dot, you know, on the back of my helmet, so if you do hit the ground, it contacts.
So did it call Jackie?
It was just going off on my phone so I could turn it off, you know. So I was a little, I didn't want her to freak out, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so the new bike, dialed, everything, I mean, you had quite a bit of testing under your belt before you got hurt, right?
Yeah, the new bike for me is essentially the same bike as last year. We have new suspension components with the air stuff. The shock system has been updated. It's a lot smaller unit inside now, so it's even lighter. And the forks, they're a continuation of what we ran outdoors last year, but completely different system than we ran in Supercross. So besides that, same bike as last year. Lock-on grips from ODI. I don't know if that's a big change.
Is Kevin standing behind me?
No. I like them for my off-road bike. That sounds dorky, but that's how I got hooked on them. I started trail riding with my shoulder injury, and I used to run white grips, the ODI ones. They were like factory Supercross. Now I have like off-road grips on my Supercross bike, so it's good.
Nice. Hey, I was talking to your mechanic. and I was like, hey, what's Narco Nate hashtag? How gnarly is that? Have you seen him fall asleep?
Oh yeah, it's for real with him, you know. So it's a light switch too, because he does have narcolepsy. It's a little scary, especially, you know, long days at tracks. Anybody knows, you know, you're there in the morning coming home and you're always tired driving home, and he'll fall asleep, or I don't let him drive anymore. I'm too scared like that. But even sitting in the hotels or the shop, whatever, you'll be sitting there talking to him. Next thing you know, he's off. So he's learned to deal with it and overcome that adversity. He's a special guy for me because he has a lot of passion about his job, and we share a lot of similar traits. And I love the technology and the bikes and what goes into it, and he lives for that stuff. So we're a good match in that way, and he's added a lot to my life, and I couldn't, you know, on the racing aspect, he does a tremendous job, and I couldn't do it without him. But also on a personal level, we've shared a lot of experiences, you know, that's been cool, you know, because we share that similar passion of racing.
Cool. I guess last question. I talked to Max at Anaheim 1 actually, and we were talking about the pant with the BOA system on it.
Yeah.
And he said that you and Seiji kind of came up with that.
Yeah, that BOA pant on the Fly Evolution system that they have going, that was Seiji's idea. He has a great relationship with BOA. I didn't have that much to do with it, except for just riding with it and feeding him ideas. Seiji in the past has worked with Fly, with the development team there, to work on a few projects here and there. And that was one of them. But it's cool to see how Fly's, you know, kind of pushing it, and Seiji had a great idea with that. And I was a small part of it, you know. I just give the feedback from the rider perspective. And so I hope they continue to push those boundaries and try to come up with some new ideas to make it even better.
Because you like your pants really tight, right? Like,
yeah.
What reason?
I'm super dorky like that. I wear my pants super high and tight because I hate when our bikes are so fast. You know, you come out of the corner and you accelerate, and if the pants are too big and not form-fitting, you get on the gas and then your whole body shifts back, and then it throws your balance off. So I'm just an old man, dorky looking. I don't even care what I look like. I've gotten to that point where I don't care if I look dorky. I probably never looked good anyway from the beginning.
Oh, come on.
But now I definitely don't care. So it's more performance and function over looks. But I feel like Fly has the looks and the design department, you know, dialed. But for me, I like the fit a little different.
Yeah, because I thought you told me once you liked the tight for the start. Like,
yeah, exactly, the start. Same
obviously,
reason.
no one's going to question your starting ability.
Yeah, I pull the slack out of my pants before I even go and get set, you know. But that same thing, it starts similar to a corner, you know, at a Supercross. You accelerate really hard and your seat bounce and stuff, so that's why I like it. But the BOA system allows you to really dial in the waist, so it's snug and doesn't move around, and you still have some comfort.
Cool. Hey man, it's good to have you back.
Thanks, appreciate it.
You've been here at all
for
five
about 20 minutes.
But you've been here at all 5 rounds up until now, and this is the first one where you got a rider. Are you pretty stoked?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of awkward. I mean, I'm used to doing like 5,000 things, and now I'm like just doing one job, so I guess it's a little bit easier. But
so it's actually busier work when you don't have one.
Yeah, it's like because you're running around, you're trying to stay busy. I mean, like either that or you're bored, and I don't like to hang out. So like now I have something I can focus on and stay focused on all day, which is, I don't know, it's kind of my thing.
Are you gonna have enough time for photography today?
Photography?
You know, your camera,
No, I did that yesterday. That's a Friday job.
They didn't try to draft you into the Bubba Burgers for hospitality, did they?
No, I mean, I tried to talk them into getting like a little costume or something, and
a mascot.
Yeah, a mascot, and that might be my calling next year. Like, try working on something like that.
So how is it as Andrew's mechanic on his official last season? Is it a little emotional? Like at the end of tonight, will you be like, oh, this is our last time ever racing San Diego together?
Yeah, I don't know if it's emotional. It's kind of like, it's like my ship's sailing, and I kind of like got to figure out something like for next year or what I'm going to do. Like I got to plan for the future, because like I'll never be able to work for like a rider like that again. And it's like I have a totally different experience than like a lot of these guys. And I don't know. It's I don't think I can ever like match that.
Yeah.
Like again, I think it's gonna be hard.
Cool. Well, hey, good luck tonight, guy.
Thank you.